what's up, fam? It's your boy, M to the O to the M-U-S-K-I-E. Bad. I don't know where the O came from, but it's your boy. Razor 8.
It's not me. It ain't me. That ain't Falco.
That ain't Falco.
That ain't Falco.
Woo.
That's me. There's me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Muskie Bat. I am joined by one and only Finding Simo, and we are coming to you live from
Dave's
house.
Dave's
apartment. It's a pretty nice place.
to say the least.
It's got a weird smell, but a nice view. So, it's cool. We're chilling. Just casting some League of Losers.
League of Losers, great way to put it, because we're in the top 4 teams now, getting into the semifinal bout.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Team Milton against
Maybe.
Team Milton against this is Whitby.
I can tell you in a second.
Whitby.
Guelph and Whitby, yes. So this is
Wait,
Vaughan.
no. Guelph is.
Guelph is the other team, but this is Vaughan. This is Whitby.
That's Whitby.
That's
That's
Whitby.
Milton.
That's Milton. All right.
I just casted Milton.
I just guessed Whitby.
All right, so I can tell you about Milton. You can tell me about Whitby.
All right, you go first.
All right, so Milton is a team focused around modified, Zomboy, and Atrial. Seventh I Heaven, I feel like, is a jungler that sometimes he's in the wrong place at the right time, and that's all really I have to say. Like, if you're not in the right place
I think
at
it's
the
just Seventh Heaven, by the way.
Seventh Heaven?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's like Seventh Heaven,
okay. Daigo, he plays a mean support, but I think he's only been playing Thresh, so would like to see him maybe on something else.
Mm-hmm.
Modified plays utility mid laners to keep Atrial alive, and Atrial just never really dies. Atrial is just really, really good support. AD carry, and he just knows exactly when to go in, when to auto attack. Just like their star players are the AD carry and the mid laner, and Zomboy always wins lane. He just never loses top lane.
Nice.
He's just really good.
Nice. On the flip side, it's Wanted and Demonic Haruma. Demonic Haruma, top laner. Wanted, AD carry. Wanted, superstar, really good player. AD carry, like a boss. These guys don't really have like one guy to take over the game like Red Mercy's teams usually do. They had really good shot calling. They were actually, I wouldn't even say really good shot calling. I'd say it was their comps that were the most impressive part. They just put together a really nice comp, and as soon as the other team made one mistake, that was it. They just ran with it, and there wasn't really an opportunity for them to lose the game after that first mistake coming from Red Mercy's team. They were going for a different comp this time. It wasn't that their comp was very complex. It was nothing like that. It was just a very straightforward comp, and they just knew what to do, and they executed it fine. And it was Gucci.
Fendi.
Yeah. So it should be interesting to see what they do this time, especially because Demonic Haruma did play Nara last time. That was his champion.
Zomboy is really comfortable in Nar. Just like I'm surprised it wasn't taken away from him.
I would love to see a Shyvana jungle. That would it's really good against Amumu.
Hi. Sorry, I'm a big Cloud9 fan. The thing that I want to mention is that the bans, like if they're going to be target banning, like they didn't really target ban modified. Like he's been playing utility mid laners, like Orianna and Lulu are still open for him to pick. Like what I would have liked to see, like if they were to ban out, they could have taken away Gnar, they could have taken away Vayne, which actually they took away from Wanted. Is that something that Wanted is proficient in?
I haven't seen him. I've only seen them play one game, but the Soraka and the Jarvan were both targeted for sure. I assume the Vayne was too. Soraka was the pick that went for Potato Titan, if I remember correctly. He literally just walked around as Soraka. He pulled the Dave Creamer. But well. Jeez. Okay, there's a severe lack of damage on this team if they lock this in.
Trust me.
Unless that's an AP and Mumu.
Just trust me.
Just trust.
Just trust me. This is the damage will come from Gnar. Okay. And they've been running Caitlyn all day.
All right.
They've been running Caitlyn all day. Vayne was just a backup
then
pick.
they must not Okay, they banned Vayne even though they run Caitlyn all day.
They run Caitlyn all
That doesn't
day.
make sense
They
to me.
run Caitlyn all day.
All right, well, let me show you about my boy I like coins. He's the guy that did solo Q or solo kill Red Mercy in the last game.
Oh,
See what he's got lined up for this
Lulu.
Lulu. If I had to like pick for myself here, I would pick something that could punish really hard. I would say something like an Annie would be massive. I think Lysandra would be okay, and then third pick would be Oriana. If he can play Annie,
I think Oriana
lock him in.
Oriana would be probably the best here. I think that's just my opinion.
Oh, it could be actually a mid Vlad is actually really good against Lulu, but I
Ooh.
doubt that's what's gonna happen.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, ah.
What else would be good?
This is good. We're both specialists in the
Mhm.
other team,
Mhm.
and we know what's Gucci. Now I do want to mention it's probably gonna ooh,
Oh, it's your boy.
it's your boy.
I didn't even know that they. Yeah, they're probably watching the stream. That's why. You see that shit though? That's like next level right there, man. Who does that?
I did that once at EGLX when you didn't show up.
You follow me on
I,
Twitter.
I had I had a book of notes,
Really?
and Frank was just sitting beside me, and I was like, Zach, first pick, first pick, Zach, and then I was like, Shemina, second pick. Shemina. He left. He walked out of the building. That's what happens when you do extensive research on players, and you just kind of just like know what's
I
good.
definitely did not do any research. I'm not gonna lie.
But there's a utility mid laner. What did I say? Like
Yeah, no, it's good.
I called it. I just didn't say which one. What I do want to mention before you know, let me know about
Before I
this
went
Annie. Before you go off,
Hold me back.
Seventh Heaven is probably one of the weaker players
Okay.
on the team, and that's just honesty. Zomboy, Atriel, and Modified are really
Okay.
the stars of the show. Daigo and Seventh Heaven kind of fall a little bit behind. Amumu and being the weaker link spelled like two really really big bad news, kind of like just red flashing alarms, because that gives them the potential to invade, the potential for Shyvana to counter jungle if she's confident enough, the potential for Annie to kind of like collapse and find Amumu in the jungle. There's just so many opportunities to shut down this guy, because he actually likes to roam. He actually likes to go lane to lane. But if you can punish Amumu where it hurts,
With the Shyvana jungle.
exactly, it's gonna be a tight squeeze.
Does the engage normally come from Seventh Heaven or Zombie Boy?
Well, they've been running a lot of Oriana, so it's usually Modified who pulls the trigger, but they usually go off of Daigo's hooks. They usually go off of Daigo's
Okay,
hooks.
that's good then.
And Seven Heaven just kind of, he was playing a lot of Gragas, so he would kind of just like do what he can. But he will be throwing a lot of bandage tosses, and he will be kind of like committing to a lot for sure.
That's what I was going to say. Like, if he, excuse me, guys, if he's the one pulling the trigger,
Yeah.
as you said,
Yeah.
it could be unfortunate if he's the weaker link, if he's not picking the right fights, unless he's being told to pull the trigger, you know?
Yeah.
Very interesting. The only really weak part about this purple team that I see is their lack of disengage, which can be sort of avoided with, you know, Jinx and, what's his name, Tom Kench, but definitely. And wave clear is pretty damn good. Yeah. It's really disengaged. Like, if they get engaged on by the Amumu Nar, and then they get, like, Lulu ulted on top of that, they're probably just going to get run over. They need to be the ones that engage. If it's one person, obviously Tom Kench can eat him. Maybe Shyvana can, like, ult on top and try and break up the fight that way. But they want to just wombo combo, right? They don't have the sustained fight. Whereas, obviously, the Caitlyn, she wins lane. We'll have that support. It's a fine comp, I guess. I'd prefer Oriana in this comp, though. But that's just me.
I think we're going to be looking at the bot lane like the entire time. I think that's definitely going to be the lane where we're looking at the all-stars to make the plays, because Atriel, like I'm telling you, if you're telling me Wanted is really the guy, Atriel is the guy for them. And
that's the thing, though. They didn't stomp. They just played a safe lane. The jungler was pretty decent at getting vision and just keeping his lane safe. And then they, like I said, one mistake, and that was it. That's what I'm worried about, because if Seventh Heaven is the weak link, that's the person they're looking to punish. Like, if G-Donger, like, does play an aggressive Shyvana counter jungle, then they can just mess him up right from the get-go. Maybe we'll see an invade. Probably not. They have Annie, actually.
yeah, they do. Yeah, and not even support any like. Like balls to the wall. Coins to the dollars.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. Let's get her done.
So it is Whitby on the
Milton.
other side.
Yeah. It's Milton. Yeah, and then. Yeah. Oh, by the way, you got a notification. Jurgensen's live.
You heard him.
I'm actually really interested to see this Vlad Nar matchup because I did say Zombie Boy is probably like really really a potent laner. His plays are generally on point. It might just be that
is he a pointed laner?
he's a pointed laner.
Nice.
Now what Milton lack, in my personal opinion, is vision control.
Okay.
That's where they lack. And I would love to see them get a little bit more vision out. As you can see, Daigo picks up the ward. Maybe they're looking for some more...
That's an aggressive look at an invade, I would assume.
Potentially, but as you can see, Tom Kench, Jinx kind of making their way... Oh, actually, no, just getting some defensive warding in, which is good for the particular case that they're in. 5-man push. I don't know exactly what they're going to do, but Annie is with them. Could be a double jungle, because they've actually I know Vaughn has been doing double jungle, but I'm not exactly sure if
I assume they're gonna go try and get deep wards. They want to see where the Shyvana is because they need to know that Amumu's gonna be safe. Amumu starting on the bottom side is actually really good if he starts with his E. Oh, okay, they actually choose to back out. They don't want to face check against an Annie. I really think they needed to get that information actually. I'm not sure why they backed out like that.
just nervous.
Them actually doing that and not committing and not finding that means that Shyvana now knows where Mumu is starting. He is going to go for the double jungle. He is going to start with that red, and that's super good. He's not going to have any real problems right away. It's more at level 4 that he's going to get invaded on and get really punished, expectedly, by that Shyvana.
Unless, well, is this sated? Do you think?
From Shyvana, I do expect it to be sated, but that's the thing. Shyvana is not like, she's not going to be running in there trying to kill a Mumu necessarily. She might find it. She's just going to counter jungle the shit out of it. Let's see a good leash here on G-Donger. Well, it takes a lot of confidence as a jungler to do that, though. Shyvana, I actually really, really like Shyvana jungle. It doesn't gank hard, it just counter jungles like a beast, and you become a very, very strong teamfight presence later on.
Going to be really, really looking at this bot lane, and I think that because just the Kench just gives you the upper hand. It doesn't matter what kind of bot lane you're up against, maybe unless you're up against a Soraka, but Kench is just really annoying to face. The fact that he's able to...
He's broken, man.
Yeah, his W is just insane. Like, the Devour, too strong.
The matchup here is pretty neat, though, considering that both of them are, long range carries. They both have the support that can save their butt. Oh, level 2, they backed out. They didn't actually read the wave properly. That's unfortunate.
Here comes the hook.
Maybe
Hook City, there it is. There's the Flay. There's the Devour.
Yep, so there it is.
And back to CS.
Yep.
Like nothing happened.
That was a great hook by Daigo, though.
Yeah.
Really good.
And he's actually only
Setting
gotten
the
better.
tempo, yeah.
He's only gotten better throughout the entire tournament. He's been missing hooks, but he's been getting better. I feel like the fact that he's made it so far in this tournament, he's just getting this motivation, this insane. Ooh, look at this confidence! Dodges the zap, but actually gets devoured there.
Good
Exhaust going out.
Yeah, that's good exhaust.
Oh.
Shyvana.
Oh!
Mumu's in big trouble, actually, if he decides to fight. Nar's roaming down already, though, so that's actually really good for Vlad. We'll take a look at his lane, where it's at right now. Yeah, he's going to have a huge push on the Nar now. Well, Shyvana getting cheeky. She's also level 3, that's the thing. Amumu is actually going to be pretty behind now because of the way the double jungle went. I think he gave quite a few camps over to the Nar instead of keeping them for himself, so he didn't actually hit level 3 off of the blue, which is pretty crucial. He went, it's E and W, no Q, so he can't really do anything, right? Like, he could only walk people. Did he just skill? You can tell, okay, so he did go for the banish shots, which means he's expecting that counter jungle to be all up in his business.
Nara playing a little bit on the back foot, like you said. The wave was pushing in Vlad's favor, and as the game goes on, Vlad's only gets stronger. Around level 9 is when we're going to expect him to start shining like a star. But I wouldn't be surprised if he does gain quite the confidence in the top lane. Ooh. Mid lane is going in favor of Annie. Like you said, that's something that you would have preferred up against the Lulu, but Modified is really well known to keep his cool. Whoa! And as you can see, here he comes with the bandage toss.
Good stun. Good as he makes the minions. No, he doesn't.
Nice. Flash actually burned. They're going to get the kill here. He had to do it. He had to do it.
Yep, and this is actually something that I would blame on Shyvana for not having tracked the Amumu. It seems like she's...
hello.
Yeah, she's
hello, handsome. Gets the kill. Oh, what
has the red buff.
He used the bandage toss. The Flash actually going in.
He can win
Modified.
this too.
Gonna have to back away here. G-Donger putting in work.
He actually stuttered his auto attack. He canceled it like 3 times there. Something with the vision maybe forced him to actually blow his Flash. I wanted to say, though, that Shyvana in this situation needs to be dropping wards. That's like her first goal. You see that Amumu already has a pink. I can't tell if that was actually Lulu's pink. It probably was, reading exactly what Shyvana wants to do, but oh my god, another hook.
Oh my goodness. But
Daigo's
I mean,
a beast.
Every hook, Tomken's just...
But I mean, they are whittling him down.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
But yeah, I think Shyvana needs to be more in that Amumu struggle. He shouldn't be able to get ganks off like that. Should not be able to just kind of like wander where he wishes. And he being down 2 against the Lulu is not great.
Zomboy finding a little bit of tempo in his favor as far as minions go, pushing in up against the Vlad, and I think it does kind of work a little bit in his favor when Vlad's under turret. 7th Heaven.
Yeah.
The sneaky Amumu getting the bandage toss. Here comes Lulu to collapse. Daigo making his way downtown as well. G-Donger kind of, chilling smite. Modified, actually getting stunned by Annie. Will he get the bandage toss? W going out onto Shyvana. This chase is going to last a long time. Actually, Nar making his way back down. 7th Heaven finding G-Donger. That's it.
I think it's better that he gives it over to the Amumu and wastes some time for the... Interesting. I don't know, man. Shyvana having some problems this game.
He's building Cinderhawk, and he knows that he wouldn't like, if he had built Sated, he would have already been like way too far behind to even think about going Sated.
2 kills for an Amumu is pretty huge. That means he's going to hit level 6 very early and potentially set up like a flash gank bottom lane. That's what I would be looking at. Maybe mid lane as well.
Yeah. Seems like Annie is the focus, or maybe Modified expresses like, like this Annie's really good. I need to bring her down.
It's just, in my opinion, I think it's because they've already got the lead. Now they know that Annie can never die, or Annie can never kill Modified. They can just play as aggressive as they want.
Oh, baby. Huge ultimate coming out from Modified. The Wild Girl is going to keep Amumu alive, but will they get the kill? It's actually a little bit too little.
Yeah, that's okay, though. Amumu didn't blow anything. Modified didn't blow anything. They're just putting Annie super far behind. Modified already leveled up. It's just, they know that there's no real risk in ganking Annie, so they'll just do it over and over and over.
Now it's up to Shyvana to buy some wards. It's time. Like, now is the time. You ward up both sides. Get a little bit. Oh, baby!
I would honestly say it's too late.
It's too late?
Amumu's level 5. He's going to hit level 6 soon.
6. He's 6.
Both of his buffs are up. Shyvana might be able to get something, but it doesn't really matter. Like, she can't. Last time she warmed into the jungle, she got caught. She waited too long. She should have got some deep wards in pretty much level 1. Or not level 1, but on her first jungle clear.
I think I'm not exactly sure what the... Oh, my God. This guy is just like... Yeah, what did he eat? Yo, he had some Popeye's chicken.
I'm going to have to get some tips. Because this guy's diamond, too, right? Like, he's diamond 1. No joke. Like, Daigo reading this guy like a book, on point with his hook. Sometimes you just read people, Like, you can just hit them over and over and over.
Yeah.
It might be different out of lane. Obviously, movement patterns are different out of lane. But championship fresh for a reason, dude.
if we had the player cards, it actually is his most played champion. He does actually frequently play ADC, so he knows what Atrial would need.
What rank is he?
He's like silver gold. Like he's not even
That's so funny.
up there, and he's just here casually. Like he doesn't really play ranked that often. He just likes League as a I know the guy. You know
yeah, he's a nice dude. Very nice
dude. But he definitely plays a little bit more casually than as opposed to competitively. But this game, he's going full Lust Boy, full Mad Life. He's running Lustina.
Here comes Amumu in the bottom lane. He's potentially looking for that flash dive. The Devourer is down here. If this was me and Amumu, I would have dove hard.
Flash over the wall.
Juicy shit right there. Yeah.
Flash over the wall.
Bandage toss in a flash. I'd bandage toss to a minion. She doesn't check that bush.
Oh my god. He's gonna use the ultimate, but great play. G-Donger gonna have to flash out. Predictive hook not gonna be enough. Using the Curse of the Sad Mummy to get the lockdown, but the Devourer gonna get Shyvana over to safety.
That's really unfortunate. Lulu's coming in here. I don't think this is a good idea. There's gonna be a teleport in return. Flash.
I just hear and like no skill shots, but it's okay. They did get the Jinx flash. They
can actually get this tower, which would be, I think, the right decision because it is a Caitlyn. Then they can rotate towards mid. They can get that, and then they can set up for Dragon. You just want to utilize Caitlyn as best you can. If they've been playing it all day, Atrial knows this. They want to get the tower. I don't think they should go for Dragon, and they should rotate mid.
They're not. They're just gonna recall. They're gonna play it safe.
I like after that they should go mid. Really?
Oh, okay. Lulu's making her way back to the mid lane to catch that wave. Shyvana making her way bot lane to catch that bot lane, knowing that they are sticking around, overstaying their welcome.
Do you notice that Shyvana is playing a catch-up game?
Yeah.
It's
trying to be where Amumu is.
Yeah,
right?
It's like the worst thing you can do as a jungler,
especially against Amumu. Ooh, modified in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, his ulti. Baited.
Oh, turns it around, but the stun not going to be enough to take down Modify, like you said. Ulti is available.
All right, so it looks like they are going to focus on the Dragon control. Pick up that red buff, really? Okay, no. That would be very early. Second red buff. Amumu doing all right, clearing his jungle. Could definitely power farm a little bit harder. He is Amumu. Amumu is super underrated in just how well and fast he can farm. He's a beast. He's been level 6 for a long time now, actually. Wasted a lot of time down there in that bottom lane, and I don't think they even got a single kill, did they?
No, they didn't. They were going to get the kill on Shyvana, but it just wasn't enough. Tom Kench is just even with Team Whitby a little bit behind, they're still able to negate a lot of the opportunities that Milton tried to create for themselves. Right? There's so many ganks, but Kench is just a demon, man. Like you can't gank Kench. Can't at all. And I think what they need to focus on is the Kench. Just focus him down, like as opposed to always hooking the Jinx. Hook the Kench. I mean, it changes the whole world.
He is the catfish.
Oh.
Set the hook, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he actually got the jump onto G-Donger.
That was sweet.
What a guy.
This means it's going to be a Dragon. That's actually a terrible play from G-Donger. There's no I guess Sunway's getting whooped on pretty hard here.
He is.
He's down about 30 CS.
But he's
that
not
Vlad's
feeding.
going to turn into a monster. It's true, but I mean, they just gave up Dragon. Do they value Dragon for a potential gank? Shyvana's not a ganking
ultimate actually going in from Vlad. He's going to be making his way to the bot lane. 7th Heaven going to pop his ultimate. Huge ultimate. Going to keep 7th Heaven alive as well. Caitlyn going to get the kill onto Kench. That's going to be crucial. Zomboy making his way. He's almost full rage. Demonic Kuruma is going to get the kill onto Amumu. It's going to be crucial. Shyvana going to jump in onto the Gnar. Atrial still going to continue the fight. Modify doing what he can. Ultimate almost going to finish him off. Oh, but the Piltover Peacemaker not going to be enough.
Atrial was sick.
Oh, jeez. What a fight. That's going to be a 2 for 3.
And he still has Tibbers, so let's see what she can do here.
2 for 4 exchange.
Maybe they can do a dive with the Tibbers. It looks like what they're doing. And nobody's really ready for it. They do get the slow. Yeah, that was actually really beautiful if they can capitalize on this. No summoners. Yeah, see, they waited a little bit too long, unfortunately. They didn't have the proper communication.
So far, a pretty intense game. And the semi-final match, both teams are kind of going at each other's throats. And it's a good thing that Vlad was able to come on down and change the momentum of the fight, give Shyvana a couple kills, give everybody a couple assists. Now they're rolling to the bank. They've got a 2K gold lead up above the team that you thought was kind of like in the lead with the Mumu and you know, the Lulu.
That's the thing, man. Like they're doing well. They're playing fine. When I said it was too late, I mean it's too late to really like affect the Mumu. You know what I mean? He's already started to become a Mumu. I think the Wombo combo of the Vlad and the Annie is super strong, and it's going to be very potent. Don't forget, you know, the Jigsaw, everything like that. But we have to realize that Zombie Boy actually didn't get his ult off in that fight. So there was some Wombo from their side as well that wasn't utilized. It's still anyone's game, absolutely. It's only a 2K goal difference, but a strong, promising fight for Milton. Is it Milton? No, sorry, Whitby. And look at that Vlad. He's freaking huge, man.
He is huge.
He got 2 kills after being, you know, just 30 CS up. Now he's like 100 CS up. Let's take a look at the gold really quick. He's got 5K to 3.5K. That's massive. And Nar, obviously not going to be a big split push threat this game either.
Yeah. And like you said, Demonic Kuruma is like the star of this team, right? Or one of the stars.
Like I feel like he's the backbone.
He's the backbone?
And Wanted is the star. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say.
For me, I feel like Atrial is definitely the star, and Modified
I think Daigo's the star, dude.
Really?
He's a beast,
he's definitely been showing his chops.
He's the one who needs to hook the catfish, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Poppy's catfisters.
Poppy's catfish.
Poppy's catfisters. Looks like they're trying to make something happen in the mid lane. I'm not exactly sure if that's the wisest idea, grouping up into the mid lane. Both bot lane turrets have fallen. Top lane turrets remain fairly unscathed, but both teams have decided to kind of group in the mid lane. Shyvana rotating her way back down to the bot lane, but no really way to come meet them in the mid lane. So maybe blue team might be able to create an opportunity here if they get a pick of some kind.
Right now, Caitlyn's in a pretty good spot, but she's going to start falling off really soon. She's not going to be able to do anything to the Vlad. She's not going to be able to do anything to the Shyvana. If they can get this tower, it's huge. They really need to utilize this. They've got the disengage. They should be able to absorb, you know. They just need to be careful for that flash tippers. If they can avoid the flash tippers, they should be able to get this tower, and then they can start working on their vision control. They can start using their hooks, their Mumu, and start setting up the fights they would like.
I have a question.
Yo, Zombie Boy, I've seen miss more of his freaking boomerangs than I have any other Thresh in my entire life. Just saying. Or not Thresh.
No. Ooh, G-Donger and actually in a little bit of trouble. Gonna have to use the ultimate to get over the wall. The hook does miss a little bit of a...
The hooks have been off after the flay. I'll say that. The flays have been nice, but the hook after the flay needs a little some-some.
Needs a little some-some. I forgot what my question was.
It's fine. I have that effect on people. Yes.
Damn.
Stars of the team. Backbones of the team. Sieging with Caitlyn. Gonna fall off. Flash tibbers.
No, it's I think I was gonna talk about itemization. No, there's nothing. No, it's not coming back to me.
All right.
What do you think? It's not coming. It's not coming.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Trust me, Zombie Boy's good. Trust me.
Look at the support differential, dude. It's the gold is like it's only 400 gold difference. Look at the item differential on these guys. Boots 5, Targon's upgraded, Pinks, Pots, as opposed to Tom Kench. I think that's simply because Potato Titan just isn't. I don't know if he's a good player. It's hard to tell. He's playing Soraka, he's playing Tom Kench. All he's done is eat people, right?
Or heal people.
Eat people or heal people. That's kind of been his thing. He's the eating bot or the healing bot. So I wonder if, you know, that is going to hurt. He upgraded his Ruby Sightstone first off. You hardly ever see people even make that item. A free tower, actually, here, while we were talking about random shit. That's pretty big. Let's see what they can do off of that. I think the hooks are, like, they're so phenomenal. If they can get hooks with vision advantage and then let into an Amumu and just let Caitlyn kind of do her thing, that's pretty important. Except, I don't know, man, because their comp seems weird. It's like a, they want to kite with Caitlyn, they want to siege with Caitlyn. It's almost like a poke comp without poke.
Oh, I remember what my question was. It's completely unrelated. I haven't seen a single Azir all day. Would Azir be anything interesting in any of these compositions?
I think it would be a maybe. Let's see after this dragon fight. It's got its opportunity, but I wouldn't pick it over something like
TP from Vlad right into the middle of the fight.
Flash
Ultimate used by the Thresh. Huge ultimate coming out from Annie. And Mumu in the middle of the fight uses the Curse of the Sad Mummy, doing tons of damage to the backline. Atrial going to be able to survive, but huge ultimate going out to the Mumu. Tom Kench going to eat the Vladimir to keep him alive. Here's the, oh my goodness gracious! That's a double kill going over to the Gnar. Triple kill. Shyvana into the backline, trying to do what she can onto the Daigo.
Yeah,
like I
buff.
said, this is a zombie boy. This Gnar is good. You just didn't believe in the boomerangs. There's one, and there's the kill onto the Shyvana. Clean ace.
I want to rewatch that fight. We don't have the replay system on this one, but that was huge. Let's break it down real quick. We're going to slow-mo that shit because that was the best team fight we've seen all day. A lot of huge ultimates landed there. The Annie hit a good one off of the teleport, but look at the Amumu off of this. I don't think Vlad, he didn't flash ulti. He got like whimsied or something like that when he came in, I think. Let's take a closer look.
All right, so TP comes in. Break it down.
So let's take a look at what happened to Vlad. Annie actually flashed him first, so she doesn't get the increased damage. Then the knockup comes off of the Amumu, a little bit of stack there, but Amumu's getting big damage here actually on everybody. Vlad zoned out pretty much immediately. Gnar's just about to hit Mega Gnar. The Jinx ult takes out Amumu, but it doesn't matter. He's used all of his abilities. And then basically just the Amumu ult on top of the Lulu and all the spread damage that they were able to do just gets, it's perfect setup for Zombie Boy here. Almost gets a triple. Does almost get the triple, and then it's just, you know, massive cleanup after that. I'll take a look at it one more time, look at it real speed, because that shit was just sexy. It was just, honestly, I think it was the Annie missing the opportunity for the stun.
She got the stun.
Just not
with the tippers. It was with the W. She got it onto Thresh and to Caitlyn.
You're right.
But it wasn't really enough to make it pop, block, and drop. And as a result, let's just jump to live to see what's going on. They get the dragon. They get what's going on?
They got mid tower. And that's where we are.
Now
so
we're back.
Got mid tower, yeah.
All right, Azir.
Very strong pick. Gets bullied in lane now. Insane late game. Sort of like a Nivea. Just a different style of a Nivea. More damage than a Nivea. Nivea's more control. And it has its potential if they're going to run a comp with a heavy damage top laner or a heavy damage jungler. But other than that, I think it's not the best idea unless they are focusing around like that protect the carry comp. It's a team fight comp, you know? It's an Origin comp, basically.
I'm a big fan of Azir.
Yeah,
I think
it's great.
He's a great champion.
For
and
sure.
He fits, like, he creates such a niche comp. Like with the turret, you can just siege and fall back to your turret. Like it's
not only that, he's one of the few mid laners that has reliable disengage.
Yeah.
You know, exactly like Anivia, but a lot better in my opinion.
Yeah.
So.
Because it actually pushes them away. Like it's just.
You can do some crazy insect stuff with it.
Yeah. Anyways, back to this game. Azir's not in this game.
So, most important thing for us to focus on right now is
evened out gold lead. Evened out gold. That fight for Zomboy. Let's take a look at the gold differential now between Zomboy. It's not even caught up, but it's shrunk. It's shrunk.
It's helping. He's got some MR. He can deal with it a little bit. He's definitely going to get bullied the rest of the game, I would say. The Vlad's just massive. He's got like 80 CS above him.
And he's 2 levels above.
Yeah. So I think the most important thing right now is vision control, because that is going to be where the entire game is centered around now. They've got either the pick from like the flash engage from Annie, she's going to be looking for big ultis, or the hook into engage from Amumu. That's what these guys are looking for. Either they're going to run at each other in the mid lane and it'll be an even fight, or somebody will get the jump on the other person. So it's going to be a lot about just vision control, setting up for the next objectives, kind of taking over areas, manipulating waves to play into places that they are able to get vision.
They want this turret, which is going to be good for them. It's going to be good. A lot more global gold going over to everybody.
Yeah.
And they're going to push, maybe siege down this siege down this mid lane while Jinx is in the ball lane. But they're really not going to be able to do a whole lot. TP is almost up for Vlad. TP is up for Lulu, so she'll be able to make it downtown if she needs to. As is the TP for Gnar. So they're using this kind of weird technique where both of the TPs are available for the mid and top lane, but they're pushing down that top lane to kind of see if they can do anything to starve Vladimir. But it doesn't seem to be working out. They're going to rotate back down to the mid lane.
I feel like they just want to open up Zombie Boy for the map. You know what I mean?
They're going in right here.
I totally forgot about this.
Ooh, 7-7 doing what he can. Huge ultimate going over to G Donger. And the huge ultimate from Annie, but Annie falls to the Thresh. Here comes the Vladimir, a little bit late to the party. Gets the kill onto Caitlyn. Their main damage dealer going to be falling absolutely down here. Jinx going to turn around the fight. Zomboy and Modified are the only people left doing what they can. Get the kill onto Jinx. Double kill going over to Lulu. Now it's just Zomboy and Demonic Karuma. And just a
wow, what a bloody fight. 4-1. All right, I'm going to take another replay because these fights are actually massive. They're just big AoE Wombo fight comps.
That Tom Kench engage was interesting.
I just completely forgot about that. So really, really smart play. Very, very smart play.
So he grabs the Shyvana. There it is. Goes in.
Gets knocked out by the Lulu. Annie gets in there, gets flayed out. Amumu hits a good ulti just to separate the fight. It allows them to hit I Like Coins. He does a really good job and turn around to stun lock at Annie, prevent her from getting out of there. And then Amumu literally just zoning while the damage from Modified is able to sort of pick up the backline here. He's got quite a bit of items here. Of course, he did get 8 assists, and that's somebody who we haven't been looking at. And then Jinx obviously cleaning up, get a lot of lifesteal and help from her team. That's basically it.
You know what was really crucial in that fight was the fact that Andy got a pretty decent Tibbers, and then as Vlad came, he got a pool. He got a great ultimate onto about 3 people, which...
Amumu's hitting his ultimates right when Annie's getting hers.
Yeah.
Which are crazy, so it sort of prevents the follow-up.
This is a Venn diagram.
It is. But let's look at Modified's gold right now. He's at 9,800 versus the 7,500. But so pretty much the same thing as the Vlad, but it's a little bit different style of damage. He does a lot and actually increases Caitlyn's damage quite a bit as well.
This is a little bit
as long as the ultimates are
dicey.
Up, it should be okay. They do have...
Ultimates are all up for everybody.
Yeah.
Gnar is a little bit on the... Oh, and he's a little bit missing. They get the ultimate onto Potato Titan. Huge ultimate coming out from Lulu. They get the pick up onto Thresh. Sorry, onto Tom Kench. Gnar gets the pick up onto Jinx. G Donger in a little bit of trouble. Gets picked up there by Atrial. Vladimir canceled his teleport, and they just got caught out of position.
Yep, Vlad and Annie just left alone. And one more replay. We'll do it again, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how that happened. I guess it was the bottom lane being pushed. Annie and Vlad show in the bottom lane. Oh my god. Beautiful job by the Amumu to find that pick. Holy, talk about greed. Both of those guys were trying to hit level... I guess Vlad was trying to get level 16 there. Annie should not have been in that bottom lane. What a huge mistake. And that is going to be the start of the Baron for these guys as well. I can't believe that she showed bottom lane like that.
This some high caliber play. It looks like Amumu actually gets the bandage toss onto Vladimir. Gonna stun him up, but
no
7-7 a little bit too low. They get the Baron. Ultimate going over for Jinx, but whiffs everybody. Vladimir gets a double kill, focusing attention to Atrial, but Zombie Boy gonna see if he can do anything, but he's gonna be the last one left alive. Actually, Thresh makes it out, throws the lantern, gets out safely, but that's not gonna be good news.
The closest miscommunication. It looked like Zombie Boy got his W off about half a second too late for the Caitlyn when she walks back in. They tried to time it off of the Zonias, but he just didn't have the cooldown available. That could have been a very different fight had 0.5 seconds been in the favor of Zombie Boy on that Gnar.
This is...
They did get Baron as well off of that, so
two members. Thresh
yeah. Milton did get Baron off of that as well. So that could have been way worse. Had that been a Baron taken, that could have been an Idhib. But yeah, they basically just started the fight without considering the fact that Annie and Vlad still had their ultimates. And that is a job of the whole team, but also the shot caller to realize that, because that is how you throw games.
Yeah. I think that, like, I mean, it's not to say that, ooh, oh no, Atrial trying to sidestep the zap, not going to be enough. Ultimate used, fadeaway, G Donger picks up that one. I was going to say it's not over till it's over. It's not over till the Nexus blows. And these guys have
it's
a great...
only 1,000 gold difference. It's just the fights have been going slightly towards the side of Milton here.
Yeah.
And we can't forget that Vlad is like infinite scaling. Jinx is going to outscale. G-Dong is going to just get stronger just like a Moo. And I don't know. It's definitely still a very close game.
However,
very, very close.
Lulu has been doing insane amounts of damage, and Annie has to really catch up.
Yeah, she's huge.
She built the Rod of Ages, and she's kind of like slowly ramping her way up, but Lulu's just way too far ahead already. She's an item ahead, and a whole item ahead. That's
expensive items, too.
Yeah.
Rod of Ages is relatively cheap, you know, compared to that of a Chalice or something like that. And that's really been the problem is these fights is Annie hasn't been able to pump out the damage that she should be in these fights. Blade of the Rune King coming out on Shyvana. I like that. Very good. She does need to be able to pressure that backline because there's so much attention being driven at the front. The Lulu ult is even being used on the Amumu and on the Gnar to like combo with that AoE. Yeah. If she can really just run over that Caitlyn, it would be very, very important for these fights.
They still have the Baron. They're trying to use it to at least get one turret if they're able to siege one. Annie having to recall, she's not there with the team, but they don't know where she is, so they're not going to do anything a little bit too risky. Modified pushing into that bot lane. He doesn't have the Baron, but he's able to kind of split push or do what he can.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? He's got that TP, whereas nobody has it available on the side of Whitby.
It looks over.
Two Zonias. That could be good. You know, if they're able to avoid some serious damage, that's always in the playbooks as well. I would like to see Annie start the fight. I really just want to see a Flash Tibbers. Just find a really good one. Maybe if Potato was to come from behind, find something that way.
No vision.
Yeah, from his ultimate, yeah. So something that I'm actually really curious about that I haven't seen mentioned at all is that I'm pretty sure you can Tahm Kench teleport onto broken towers, and they can't see where it's coming from, just like how Lissandra used to be able to do it with her E and Orianna can with her ball. That's something I'd like to see more of. Terrible Tibbers. Absolutely terrible Tibbers.
Ooh, Modified actually gets caught out, gets completely chunked, but they know that he's in the jungle. They're going to see if they can chase him down, but they do actually get the turret.
See,
and a blue buff.
It doesn't even matter if Annie has blown her Tibbers right here, because all she needs to do now is flash W on top of a Vlad ult, and that'll be enough.
Oh, here's the ultimate from Kench.
Yeah.
Who does he have in his mouth? It's going to be Shyvana. Actually spits them out. Huge ultimate going over to 7 Heaventh and Zomboy. It's not the target you want. Potato gets completely crushed and mashed into the pot.
There you go.
I like Coins doing what he can onto Atrial. They're trying to focus a lot of their attention. Demonic Kimuna in a little bit of trouble. Zomboy going to get a huge ultimate only onto Shyvana though. But this is a bad fight for Whitby. Milton putting in a lot of work, and that's a clean ace for the Milton Devils.
So Annie not only needs to do more damage, Jinx also needs to get a better rocket off. She's holding it for so long. She needs to lock up those lines in the back. You see right here, Amumu and Zombie Boy were the ones that get pushed in, and that just means that Vlad has to run through the box, getting kited and kited and kited by Caitlyn. Annie, what are you doing? That does no damage. Israel's laughing right now. Gets the shield from Daigo. Beautiful peeling ult from Amumu. Just absolutely nothing they can do. They can't kill Atrial. This is where the rocket needs to come through. Jinx needs to find that angle. She needs to get a kill on something and get the fight snowballing.
And she was low mana. No mana.
Oh, no mana. That's very, very crucial. Shyvana flashing over the wall does die as well. And yeah, basically, you know, they just weren't able to get on the right targets there. They forced that engage quite spicily, and it did not work out for them.
Now we can comfortably say that Milton has extended a lead. They do have a 6K gold lead over Whitby. Whitby has yet to even pick up a single dragon. This might be their dragon. They might be able to nuke it down. Amumu is like way too far, and they do have the damage to take it down. The Bork, the Jinx. This will be their first dragon, but does that mean a whole lot? Debates. There's an open inhibitor that's been taken down by.
The crucial thing is that I guess we didn't see that. The open inhibitor bottom is going to be massive. Obviously, they can play around that with Zombie Boy and his TP to force a Baron easily, 1 minute. It helps. Having that extra 6% is huge. That stacks a lot once you get the death cap as well. Obviously, it increases, you know, the damage via the percentage, AP stacking, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say, math, it helps.
Yeah.
There's a lot of damage on this team. It's a very high damage team comp. Caitlyn needs to be careful here. She should be fine, but if she got engaged on with that net down, it would be real, real bad.
Yeah.
They need to kind of find and engage when abilities are down more so than people being out of position.
Yeah.
Because these abilities are really what's saving people. It's the net, it's the Lulu ult, it's the Whimsy. Things like that are really what's keeping these people up. Even a Lulu shield being down is huge.
This is good. They've got the push.
But take a look at the bottom lane.
Yeah,
It's going to be pushing really hard, and that Baron's coming up in 13 seconds. So what are they getting out of this? They have Vlad with TP. He should be able to deal with that lane, but if they get engaged on right here, they're going to force a TP, and then they can just back off and go to Baron.
Oh, very sneaky for Lulu to make her way top lane. Set up the wave so it kind of pushes into the turret, and they can set up for Baron. They do have the vision already set up. There's hardly any vision from Milton. Oh, baby!
This is exactly what I was talking about.
Oh, my goodness. They're
they waste a lot, actually.
They're dog piling on her. Oh, my. They just waste Gnar ult. It's not that much.
Gnar ulti for an Annie that doesn't really do a whole lot.
Yo, it's already a quarter down. Look, it's already a quarter. It'll be back. It'll be back.
Fair enough. But I wouldn't be surprised if Whitby does decide to go for this fight still.
Well, the minions are pushing into the Nexus turrets. That's not going to be good news. Atrial is going to be able to chunk this down.
They need to make something happen.
Vladimir is making his way down. Hopefully he might be able to create a flank, but they can't really do a whole lot without Annie. Annie's kind of like one of their main engagements.
It is. You're
without
right.
the
Big
CC.
Damage. Holy crap.
Yeah. And like you said, they are going to be able to scale out of Caitlyn, out of Gnar, but will they get the chance to? That's the real question.
This game is still anyone's game, I gotta say. There's the potential for this Baron. That's going to be big. If they can get 3 inhibs, then I would say the game is all but over. But don't forget, we've got items still being completed. They're only just starting to get armor now. But at the same time, Tom Kent is only just about to get his Zeke's Herald. There's a lot of damage still in this game. Annie's only going to get stronger. Vlad is only going to get stronger. Neither of them have Death Cap yet. Neither of them have Void Staff yet.
Oh, they're looking to collapse on the G-Donger here, but...
You know, this is all good for them, though. They're baiting them, and they're not doing anything. They're letting the bottom tower soak minions. It's just letting the minion wave build up, and then as soon as it becomes a threat, they head over to Baron. Who's cleaning bottom? Annie. Not what you want. Vlad has his TP. He needs to be down there. Annie and him need the trade spot. Annie always trying to be where Vlad is. Since she has TP.
And that's Baron. Oh, close steal, but G-Donger actually using his ultimate.
Can he get eaten through the wall?
He can actually, but he's just out of range. Oh, a little bit too close for comfort. That's bad news. Bear Potato Titan a little bit, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Double kill going over to Atrial. Oh, that's game.
If they were going to win this game, they needed to either be prepared to act on that sooner or let it go and just try and deal with it, because they have a ton of wave clear. They have, Shyvana even clears waves like a monster. Unfortunately, they make the wrong decision. That's the high-pressure decision-making that you force upon your opponents, and that's how you close out games. Very, very good play from whoever the shot caller is in this team. And Daigo, one last time for good measure.
Baby, I like Coins doing what she can, getting the pickup onto Modified, but a little too late. Daigo tanking a majority of the turret. Now 7th Heaven taking that responsibility. Applications are open if you want to tank the turret too. Looks like Gnar has applied. G-Donger doing what he can to get that application, but looks like you have been rejected. Zombie Boy making it out just by the skin of his teeth. Gonna focus down the Nexus. And we do have your first finalist.
Yeah, strong play from these guys.
Yeah.
Very, very impressive. Happy with the way that it all turned out too, because, there was no, stupid mistakes to win this game. It was just a well-played game. And looked very, very promising going into the finals as well. Isolated which lane they were able to bully. They camped the Annie. Amumu had no problems. Shyvana wasn't able to punish the Amumu at all. They had the good wards. They were able to actually punish her trying to be aggressive. So good stuff all the way around. Good hooks from Daigo to just dominate lane.
Jesus.
Yeah. Look at that score. 3-3 and 21.
Yeah.
What a beast. Amumu 3-5 and 23. They just absolutely wrecked Team Fights over and over and over again. And who you said was the weakest link, potentially 7th Heaven, had some of the sickest ults on Amumu.
Absolutely.
That you normally don't see. It wasn't like he was going for the huge wombo. He was just splitting up the fight, and it worked out really well.
Yeah. What do you know, where the other game is actually still going on behind us. If you want to go head over there and watch that, it's www.twitch.tv/esportscanada.tv,
Yep.
and you'll be seeing Vaughn versus
The other team.
the other team.
Yep.
And let's say it's Vaughn. That's Wrath and Danke. What are we going to see from Milton?
It looks like it's going to
Wrath
be...
is going to be playing 80 carry.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a battle of the 80 carries. There's going to be obviously a lot put on Lulu. Is it best of 3 or best of 5?
It's going to be best of 3.
Best of 3. So I think that's good for these guys because they've been playing all day.
Yeah.
A lot of attention just put towards those supportive picks. Tom Kench,
Yeah.
Lulu.
Yeah.
Danky Nugs is kind of the wild card
because
he's the second huge threat. Zombie Boy, obviously, maybe we can take him off Nar or something like that, put it on Danky Nugs. But Danky Nugs also played a Zed in one of his earlier games.
He did.
Which is huge, right? He can, like, throw a wild card in like that and just become a split push threat, rather. A split push threat. I would love that. Good old 80 Thresh. But it's going to come down to the pick and ban, in my opinion.
Me too, because I think that
There's been
Vaughn
left open.
Vaughn have some pretty weak links, and I think they're trying to cover it up with Danke and Wrath, and they're
that's the thing.
They're
right?
covering up
diamonds.
very well.
This is a story we always see happen.
Yeah.
It's always the team that's got 2 diamonds, and they're really strong. These guys did win the last time,
They did.
but we take a look this time around, and we see what apparently looks like a team that has weak links, like Daigo and Seventh Heaven, who are just dominating.
Yeah.
Hooks after hooks, beautiful ultimates. If they are able to just continue to play solid, they can abuse their counterparts, and
they've got the
game that
momentum
way.
swing in their
That
favor
too.
currently.
Mm-hmm.
This team is CLG. Started off the season a little.
Don't start me with this shit. Don't start me with this
Started
shit.
the season a
Jesus
little
Christ.
tight, but finishes the NA Spring Finals
Yeah,
with a 3-0
whatever,
victory.
That's it for us. We will be back with
Me and
the
him.
finals.
Me and him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you guys in a bit.
What a game.